Steven Crowder, hate speech isn't real, part 3. Well, it's part 2 for him, but it's the third part of this one video we're doing.
3 for us.
Yeah. What is good? Welcome back to the Flawdcast. I'm your boy Flawdzilla, and I'm here with my lovely co-host Mo'Zilla.
What up, yo?
This is the last normal place on the internet, and we're glad that you could be here with us today. All right, okay. And we guarantee you'll be too by the end of this video, or your money back.
All of it.
Every single bit, every penny.
Every little dime.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever we drop.
Flawd booty.
And yeah, so like we said, it's gonna be another hate speech video. You guys have been showing us mad love on the first 2 that we did on this video. And we're gonna finish the video now. This video is 47 minutes. And we've made it through 33 in 2 different videos. So
this was a good video.
Yeah, it was. This was a very good video. I told you. I always say this change my mind thing is like, it's revolutionary.
Yeah.
This is a great type of concept. So yeah, for the people that for some reason clicked on this video and think that it is gonna be us just watching the video and not talking, that's not it. So make sure you hit the link in the description and go watch the actual video if you don't want pauses, because we're gonna be pausing this bitch.
We pause.
All right.
We be pausing.
I don't like how you said that.
We be pausing.
Yeah, I don't like that.
We be pausing.
No, I don't like it.
We be pausing.
Wubba pausing?
We be pausing.
Wubba pausing? No, I don't like it. But we'll be pausing. We will be pausing, we'll say. You know? That's how, like, neither one of us talk like that, so I don't know where that accent came from.
We be pausing. We be pausing.
You're dumb. But let's get into this thing, man.
Word spaghetti.
What time is it? It's early in the morning.
10:20.
Yeah. Let me wake up. Let me get a sip of this coffee.
Snack, yeah.
God damn. Like, why are you so awake right now?
Because I'm nervous. I got a dentist appointment in an hour, and I'm so nervous.
Oh, this is much better.
Because I know what I'm doing.
You messed it up the first time. What you mean? Anyway, all right. Let's get this started. Please, you guys, like the video. I already said that, but I got to say it again because it helps a lot.
It does. It really does.
You know? So let's get into it. So yeah, last video left off with this chick, and we finished it. Let's go to the next part.
That girl was stressful.
Yeah, she was. But like we said at the end of the video, I think she'll end up coming around.
Yeah.
She seems like logical, but she seems really emotional. Like her emotions are too.
Like she doesn't want to.
Yeah, she doesn't like Trump, I think is all it is. Because she kept saying Twitter. I really think that meant Trump. Yeah. You could just say anything you want on Twitter. So she has like this thing that media kept putting in her head, and I just think it's like, you know how this shit works.
Yep.
Are these guys talking?
Yep.
Not to debate.
No, they're not. Nice job.
So you would be okay
were,
with
okay.
restricting.
Guys. Ready? No, they weren't.
Well, we didn't
technically,
know it.
but obviously men on the video were they the people that he was going to be talking to. I didn't mean everyone in this video is talking. If you want to be technical, like, what are you trying to do? Come on, don't be one of them. Let's go though. Okay, I think this is TCU. This is the same school. Okay.
Point of change my mind is not to debate, rather to rationalize one's position. And sometimes common ground.
Quarterback Garrett follows me on Twitter.
So dope.
Shout out to him, bro. Shout out to him. I was also on Adam Krigler yesterday. Make sure you guys go watch that episode.
That was great.
It was. Shout out Adam Krigler, man.
Is nowhere to be found. So you would be okay with restricting freedom of speech? You would be okay with restricting or creating actually speech laws if that were voted on by the masses?
If the masses want it, absolutely.
More on that in a second, but sometimes you find kinships in the most surprising of places. You worked on the Hillary Clinton campaign. Would you mind coming up and talking about this? I appreciate. All right, my hands are icicles, so what was your name?
My name is Felicia.
Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Right, at the end of this interview, it's going to be an easy layup. Just bye, Felicia. Sorry, this is my water. I did not spit. I swear to you.
He said it. Ooh, then he spills it on you.
No. I just wanted to recreate
water
it so you didn't think I spit.
I'm just kidding.
Assault, she said? She's stupid.
We're going to get to that by Felicia sooner than I thought. I'm joking.
No, it doesn't even bother me anymore.
I bet you people do that all the time.
Because it's like, as soon as you show somebody that something bothers you, then they're just
Yeah.
going to troll you.
That's the whole
Which is
thing
why
here.
You keep coming here, right?
That's the whole.
No, it's not the troll. We've had really productive conversations.
No, but it technically is.
Yeah.
But because he's trying to let you know that it's how you respond to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not about whether or not he's trying to offend you, because if you can just not pay attention to it, then you're good. Don't let people press your buttons. That's
like he doesn't come there and show that he's offended or anything.
no.
He comes there
But
and
he's spreading that
schools
message.
people.
Yeah, but I'm like saying that he's spreading the message of that. Like, you know. So technically he is. That is why he keeps coming back, but not to harass you as you're trying to make it seem like.
Yeah, and he's definitely not bothered.
No, and he's definitely not bothered. Yeah, absolutely not.
It's trolling is cool.
No, we're not.
Trolling is
So you just
cool.
mentioned that your
Shut up.
boyfriend was a fan.
Big fan. Biggest Trump, Cruz. He loves Steve King. He
Tom
asked me to
Cruise.
bring a Steve King sign.
Really?
You know, for y'all who don't know, he's the congressman in Iowa's 3rd or 4th. I can't remember.
Oh, why would he ask you to bring that?
Because he loves Steve King.
All right.
Anyways,
Okay,
yes.
but you said you worked on the
I worked on
Hillary
Hillary
campaign.
Clinton's
And-
campaign as a field organizer in Des Moines, Iowa.
And you said that you've never been more disappointed.
Why'd she say
I've
that?
never
I don't
been more
know.
disappointed and embarrassed by the people who claim to share my same values.
Get
so?
it.
Wait, she talking about Democrats?
Yep.
Okay. Already. That's happening a lot. That's what's causing this whole thing.
Yeah.
This is okay. So this video is a few years old. So
Yes.
that kind of does give me hope, because this is. I thought my story was a rare one, but I think it's way more common than we think.
Yep. Like, who knows where she's at right now?
Yeah.
She's
exactly.
probably like, oh my God.
Yep. You're right. She probably is not a Democrat anymore. She probably doesn't claim to be a liberal anymore.
And you want to talk shit about me having
It's
hair
bacon. It's bacon for my croissant.
Oh.
Sorry, guys. That was nasty. I'm sorry. I felt like I was choking. I thought I was
That's
going to
what-
die for a second.
I would
Oh,
have got you.
thank you.
Heimlich.
Thank you. That's not the Heimlich, but
No, I
okay.
would have. If I had to do it, I would do it.
Okay.
If I had to do the Heimlich, you wouldn't have been making noise.
Okay.
Yeah. If you weren't making noise, then I would have been like.
Okay. I get it. I get it. Got it. Weirdo, bro. You're a weirdo. Yeah. We're too comfortable. Remember, we used to be nervous.
I know.
We used to be nervous doing this.
I was so.
Now
I
we're
used to be
super comfortable.
so
I love this shit.
nervous. I still get a little nervous sometimes.
I get nervous right before we start it.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get into this. Let's continue.
Yep.
At some point, when you disagree with somebody or you don't like what they're saying, that doesn't mean that you just have to start attacking them. You have to figure out a way to intellectually come up with your argument.
Facts.
Stop putting shame all
Facts.
over what people work tirelessly for
Absolutely.
to make life better.
Facts.
Absolutely.
At the end, I mean, that's like
That's
from the
the
left
thing.
and the right,
Facts.
Everybody.
everyone.
So
The
you're-
shaming
I guess that would
tactics
relate
are
kind of to today's topic, where you see a lot of
prevalent,
people
man.
on the left, or did you see a lot of people at the campaign going, "I can't believe that this person
agree with
said
this
that should
girl.
be
Yep.
hate speech."
I can't remember what sort of non-disclosures I signed at the beginning of the
All
campaign.
right, then you were disappointed.
But
Well,
I
hold
was
on.
just-
Hold on. It doesn't. I don't think it has anything to do with this, but it doesn't. Like, liberals right now are so they're all over the place, right? But not believing in freedom of speech is not like a common theme throughout all liberals, right?
No.
Every liberal doesn't think that we should have freedom of. I mean, we should have speech laws, right?
Yeah, no. Absolutely
because
not.
that's just like the radical ones, right?
Yep.
Which is a lot of the vocal ones. The most vocal ones are the radical ones.
Like, she probably is.
Yeah, look at her
She looks
face.
like she
She's
wants to-
pissed.
yeah.
You trading bitch.
Yeah.
That's what she looks like. Bitch, I cannot believe you right now. You're
Yeah.
selling us out.
Yep.
And look at this one too. She looks pissed too. They all look like they're gonna do something to her. Yo, watch your back, girl, because you know how they are.
Right.
As far as the specifics, as far as our weekly communication calls, where all we were told to do was to attack Donald Trump,
Wow.
weekly
Crazy.
on communication
Wow.
calls,
Yo,
as to
don't think you
pivot
can admit
away
that.
from whatever controversy Hillary found herself in.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
from there, you can just see it seeping down
Wow.
into teenagers
Wow,
alike.
yeah.
It's embarrassing. I'm
Wow.
ashamed.
Well, don't be ashamed. You don't have anything to be ashamed of. I
literally
appreciate you being honest.
hate.
Hold
Yo,
on.
she just let me yo, that's wild.
Yo,
She let it be known that they were saying if
just attack
anything
Donald
you-
Trump.
Yep, in response to everything, just attack Donald Trump. Get the
Misinformation.
heat off of us.
Yeah,
That's
distract.
wild.
Distract, deflect. Crazy.
The fact that I want to be able to call myself a progressive or a liberal or a Democrat, but all that happens is people will just assume that I'm going to come over here and scream or spit or rip
That's what it
or
that's what it
cry
means now,
because
basically.
I don't like what somebody says.
Well, now if
Hate-
you obviously now you know if you say anything other than what the radical liberals say, they will say that you
Yeah.
are racist or just whatever phobic. Like you automatically aren't liberal anymore if you don't agree with everything that every liberal says on the whole spectrum
Yes.
of liberals, like from least radical to most radical. If you
Mm-hmm.
don't agree with all of it, then you're on the right to them, and you're a bigot.
Crazy.
Wild.
Crazy.
Doesn't matter what your own values are because they will put you in that box
Yep.
just because you don't agree with them.
speech is just because I don't like what somebody says.
Right.
Hate speech,
my bad.
people will just assume that I'm going to come over here and scream or spit or rip or cry because I don't like what somebody says.
Right.
Hate speech is just speech. It's mean, yes.
Right.
There are social norms that we should try to abide by.
Yeah, decency.
Just
Yeah.
don't go around calling people bad words, right?
Right.
Doesn't
Yeah.
mean that you should get thrown in jail for it.
It doesn't mean the
Exactly.
government should legislate it.
Yeah.
There's assault, which is a whole nother,
Right.
right,
A call to action.
Exactly.
So it's interesting that you say that you're progressive, kind of more liberal. I don't want to. So you would like to be able to,
I
but
would
because
love
you're
to
so
be able
concerned
to sit
with.
here and say, I'm a liberal, I'm a Democrat, I'm this, I'm that. But the fact that that label is now associated with something so radical,
Yeah.
at some point you can try to be so inclusive, so this or so that, but you just exclude people. I was
Yeah.
an active member and donor of our county Democratic Party, and at some point I didn't agree with Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go see her. I think she's a
And they turned
terrible
on you.
choice for Speaker of the House.
Yeah.
And I was told just to go to a Republican meeting.
Really?
Wow.
Yep.
Yes. So
There you go.
at this point,
Exactly what I just said.
That's crazy to me. I would have thought that
Wow.
most Democrats don't really like Nancy
That's
Pelosi.
disgusting.
She's just a necessary evil, you know?
well, but you're not
Yeah.
supposed to go and acknowledge the fact
Flaunt
that
it.
it's wrong. Are you?
Anything.
You're talking about the
You
woman who
can't
denied
say
communion.
You can't say the liberals
The previous
are wrong
pope. So even
at
I
any
think it was the
point.
previous pope was like,
Who wouldn't?
yeah.
It's terrible.
Democrats.
So you got flack for that, and they just said, well, you might as well be a Republican. Does that sort of
That's
tell you that maybe
wild.
the current Democratic Party, like, they're more narrow-minded
Yes.
than, I would say, I don't want to say
I just
Republican,
don't like
but
to
the right wing.
generalize it that hard. I really am just,
Well,
I'm
it
really
is.
against the generalization.
That's the case.
I really hate the concepts. Like I said, like why I don't want to be generalized in this group of people that
But if you
I,
see
But
it
they
so
kicked you out.
They
frequently,
kicked me out.
Yeah, I know,
exactly.
but-
If you see it so
Connor, who
frequently,
you said hi
it's
to, says I'm in an
the case.
identity crisis.
I think so, a little
It's
bit.
hard.
Let me ask you this, because you seem like you're supportive of the First
I'll
Amendment.
agree. She is in an
Yeah.
identity crisis
And-
because get the fuck out of there. Get
For
away from them
real.
motherfuckers, man.
And like you're right there. You
Yeah.
know you're in an identity crisis. You know you're having these feelings. You know you're having this like the last thing you can do is just try it. And if it doesn't work, then go back to being chill and
Yeah.
whatever. But you,
The leader
you
of your
can try
party,
it.
that you were on the campaign team of the leader of your party, and they were telling you to
Go.
attack the other side
Mm-hmm.
whenever there was negative news about the person that you're campaigning for. You're not supposed to be protecting. You're supposed to be campaigning.
Yep.
That's crazy. Like they treat it like, okay, once you're on this team, everything you go down with the ship. But like,
Fucking blood
nigga,
oath.
I want the right president. I want the right person
Yeah.
in control. Like
Absolutely. It's insane.
it is, man.
Amendment of freedom of speech.
I am a supporter of all.
And I don't want
five-
I don't mean control. I just mean as the president because
Mm-hmm.
these motherfuckers is wild. If you give them control, is dictatorship.
5 articles of the Constitution.
Really? Of the First Amendment of freedom of speech.
I'm
Hold on,
in
my bad.
Connor, who you said hi to, says I'm in an identity crisis.
I think so, a little
It's
bit.
hard.
Let me ask you this, because you seem like you're a supporter of the First Amendment of freedom of speech.
I am a supporter of all 5 articles of the Constitution.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay, so then right away that disqualifies you from being a modern Democrat.
Okay.
Let me ask you this: Who would you feel on a national platform in the Democratic Party represents your values as they relate to things like freedom of speech, things like individual liberty? And it seems like you're against identity politics, obviously.
It's hard for me to say, this one person stands. Sorry, there's glare.
Oh, there's glare here. I'm taller. I've got moose height, so I can stand here. Does that help you?
No.
Okay, you want me to move?
Nice try. I can't name one person on the Democratic Party that I would want to, stand there and lead us to victory in 2020.
So why are you calling
Name
yourself
one
a
person.
Democrat?
I think that if Amy Klobuchar out of Minnesota, anybody, senator from Minnesota, would denounce Keith Ellison just as, everybody tries.
That was an odd, kind of an odd spell with the Me Too and then Keith Ellison.
Okay, it's hard to justify that in an argument, but I would say currently she's kind of my favorite centrist as you can get Democrat.
Okay.
I think that if she could just denounce Keith Ellison. I'm waiting, kind of worried maybe she didn't do it because she was worried
So they're
about
just
her
having a
re-election.
conversation.
So now she's been reelected.
No,
Hopefully
like
she can come out.
this isn't even to change my mind.
Denounce
Good thing there's another guy.
For real.
I appreciate you taking. What was your name again?
I think
Oh,
he was
that's right.
about to
I
have
forgot.
somebody,
I
and
forgot
then
to
they
do
were
that.
like,
I'm not gonna
wait,
say
she
the
was
Vice
this,
President
and
thing.
then they...
That's why I said
appreciate
more
you
about this
standing
guy.
there and discussing, Felicia.
Now, in contrast to that, some folks at these events just can't be reasoned with, want to take
Right?
up all of the time at the podium, and just will not let you
Oh,
go,
he has nice-
even after the
nice-
conversation has
Nice
ended
hair, nice
multiple times.
earrings.
I appreciate that you go on for a while, but let me kind of laser in on this question. So you would be okay with restricting freedom of speech? You would be okay with restricting or creating actually speech laws if that were voted on by the masses?
If the masses want it, absolutely.
That's
Really?
stupid.
If the masses, and again, I'm wanting legitimate masses, what the bulk of the people in the country want. Yes,
So I don't understand people who think that the Constitution should just
Be
like
abolished?
not be paid attention to. The country was founded on this thing.
Legit.
How can we change it?
The fact that you want to have
America
all
is
these
what it
hate
is.
speech laws enforced and want all this shit is because of the Constitution.
Yes.
If you didn't have the Constitution, you wouldn't be able to try to invent all these new laws and all this
understand.
shit. It's sickening.
They don't understand how fundamental these Constitution amendments are.
Legit.
Like literally our entire country is founded on these things. So you take away one of those and
playing with
you
fire.
don't even understand how much your life changes tomorrow.
Yep.
Immediately your life changes if you just take away one of them. So it's just crazy that he just thinks, yeah, the masses know what they're talking about, because the media clearly can corrupt people, and they will go even harder if that's all it would take.
Yeah, they tell you,
change.
oh, Constitution is all it is filled with racism, blah blah
Oh,
blah.
yeah.
Like really.
Yeah.
It's so
So fucking dumb.
people are so
stupid.
they are really just
They like
it's annoying.
they've gotten it to I didn't know if I'd ever see a point where there would be more than just one person in the room. Like if you're in a room of 100 people, multiple people in that room would be cool with like abolishing the Constitution.
Yep.
Or like
Giving up their
changing the
rights.
Constitution
Yeah.
extensively. Like they're giving up their rights.
Yeah.
Multiple people. I never thought we would come to that point.
Like this dude. If it's the masses.
used to be like one person.
So you're a follower?
Yeah.
If the masses do it, I'll do it.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
Like
That's
what?
crazy. Like it's there for the masses to, and it's really like you're voting. When you're bringing in when you're bringing in those kind of laws, you're just saying, okay, I'm going against what the human mind does naturally.
Mm-hmm.
Like the human mind thinks, and it doesn't hurt anybody. We think and we talk.
Yes.
So we're just, we don't want It's going to basically be illegal to think. Is what's going to happen.
Yep.
Because how long can a human just not do what the fuck they're supposed to do?
Yes.
Like they do naturally. That's just like, that's crazy that people think that. That's how like arrogant we are as a species. Like, yeah, we're so much better than everything else. We can vote on our speech and not say certain things in our society because we're just evolved humans. Like, yeah, until you can't say that.
Exactly. And then
That thing right there is
happens.
against the law, and then it's over.
Yep. And then
for
that
you.
happens, and then they say, well, it's still not our fault. That's not what we
Damn,
wanted.
I didn't
we didn't
mean that.
mean this. And then they
That's
still won't
exactly what
take
you
the
meant,
blame
though.
for it. And then they'll still be the victim and
Yep.
figure out something else. So it's,
Yep.
shit is wild.
That sign says Alexa play Despacito.
Wow.
This nigga's no Holland. And then he draws an Alexa.
Stupid.
Absolutely would. And I'm going to use, I'm actually going to bulk of the people in the country want. Yes, I absolutely would. And I'm going to use, I'm actually going to use conservative logic for a second.
Okay.
And conservatives frequently say, if you don't like it, leave. I'm not saying if you don't like it, leave, but I'm saying that the typical logic is if the multiple of people want something from both sides, typically that's what everyone says should happen.
That's not what they're saying. That's not what conservatives mean when they say, if you don't like it, leave. They mean that it is the foundation of America, the place that you live in right now. If you don't like what this place is, what this place represents, then leave this place. It doesn't mean all the people who came to this country think differently now. Everyone came from somewhere else.
Yeah.
They come here and then they want to change what it is that was here. That's not okay.
Yeah.
You came here for a reason. You didn't come here to change it. You could go anywhere else. There's different governments, different types of things. You want a more you can't talk, you can't say things. There's plenty of places in this world. This country has freedom of speech, though. That's what if you don't like it, leave means.
Yes.
It doesn't mean what the majority of the people want. It means what this place already is.
Yeah, he's saying that. When he said I'm being conservative on this side, is saying we're changing the rules, and if you don't like it, leave.
Yeah, that's what he's trying to say. But that's not what conservatives say at all. Conservatives say these are the rules. These already were rules, and we're all living by them. Mm-hmm. And if you don't like it, leave, because that is what America represents.
Changing. Yeah, we free over here.
Like they will tweak and flip and try to do mental gymnastics.
I'm gonna think conservative for a second now.
You can't. That's not thinking conservative though, because conservative cares about America.
You didn't catch
the
us.
Fuck?
An example?
No, he just made himself look stupid.
Should happen.
No.
Can you give me an example?
The First Amendment.
Again,
Doesn't matter. People, you don't get to vote on it.
Exactly.
Humans still chose that.
No.
Humans still wrote the First Amendment and said,
Yes, to found America.
It's the only country that has
To
the First
found the
Amendment.
country.
There's still a human that said that. Humans that said that, and humans were the ones who said this law is inalienable, as you said. This law this right is given to us no matter what. Humans still said that, and humans still absolutely have the right to change it.
I think if you're just saying that all laws should just be determined by mob rule, particularly freedom of speech, I think it's really a scary thought. And I disagree with you.
I will qualify
Because guess
what I said.
Donald Trump, Mike Pence, and a Senate majority right now can determine that what you say is hate speech.
I will
Exactly.
I agree with that.
Exactly.
I will qualify that not just straight up mob rule, but mob rule and actual evidence-based science.
Why does
critical
everyone
thinking.
go
I know.
with that?
They don't have
disagree.
it.
I disagree. I don't think that
Like
people should
that easily? No. Like even if you create that, it will be corrupted within immediately. As soon as it gets created, if you make a small group, allow them to make big decisions like that for the masses, which is already what the government is, which is why there's checks and balances. That's why you think this already hasn't been thought about. These people think that they're smart when they come up with these ideas. Like, these are already things that have been thought about, used, and failed. Like,
Yeah.
that's why America was founded the way it was founded.
Yeah, you think you're just
With checks and balances
Yeah.
for a reason. Because what you're asking for will be corrupted immediately. Look at America. America already is corrupted, but luckily we are able to fight back. That's why it hasn't went through. Like, you're mad that you can't just bowl over our beliefs. That's what you're mad about. Like, what are you talking about? If you ever want to change what the Constitution is, then you're un-American.
Absolutely.
That's just how it works. And you
100%.
live in America. The reason that you're able to think the way you're thinking is because of America.
Is in that Constitution, baby.
That's what they don't understand. This
Yep.
whole thinking of, oh, I get to change rules because I think that these beliefs are better, and that is America that has spoiled you to believe
Literally.
that.
I'm gonna use the thing that lets me use free speech to get rid of free speech.
Yes.
And then what?
Life
That
is like-
so backwards.
Life is like, this is how I look at it, right? Life is like 50-50, right? 50% what you want,
Yeah.
50% you dealing with
Other
what the
world.
outside of the
Yep.
world is. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I feel like
Coexist.
America is based on, like, the freedoms that they give you is to make your 50% comfortable.
Yep.
Yep. And as soon as you start trying to overreach to that other 50%,
Yep.
that's when like you're becoming corrupted with the amount of power that they give you, because the power is there to make your own life fine. You can't start imposing. That's why I always say that, imposing on other people, bro, you're doing too much.
Yes.
Like when you want to start changing rules because you don't like what's happening, that's not how it works. You can change your own cipher, your own world, and that's why America is founded like that. America is amazing.
Yep.
It's literally amazing. It's the best, most forward country in this world.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? The closest country to freedom. And these motherfuckers are just trying to, they don't understand that every thought like that contributes to the decline of this country.
Yeah.
Every single thought like that, thinking that America shouldn't be free anymore. You're ruining the entire world.
You're literally playing with fire.
Yes.
It's a slippery. It gets slippery.
It's not even playing with fire. It will absolutely turn into that. There's no way that it won't. It's obvious what this government is doing, what this government's trying to do with what we have now. We have a free country, and this country is, they're trying to act like it's not free. Imagine if it wasn't free.
Just by saying shit.
Yes. They just say, oh, we're going to mandate. We're going to da-da. Imagine if it actually wasn't free. Bro. It's a wrap. It would be a million things on top of our heads. They're trying to shame you into taking a fucking jab. Imagine if they didn't have to shame you and they could just take this or else.
Yo.
Like, bro, get out of here. Get out of here.
And you're welcome to disagree. You have the First Amendment right to disagree at the moment.
At the moment.
Absolutely.
But you'd be okay with someone taking it away?
Yo, this
long
dude's
as it's
disgusting.
taking away things that hurt people, as long as it's taking away
What's
things that
hurting
we
people?
as a science know does lead to lower well-being,
As a
does
science?
eventually incite hostility and eventual hate crime, which I know hate crime, hate speech, not the same
What
thing.
do you know
But does eventually
does
lead
that?
to that does become a problem. And that's where the discussion
What do you know
needs
leads to
happen.
that?
What speech is protected? What speech is not protected?
What speech do you know scientifically leads to, like, what do you said as a science will lead to hostility and hate crimes? What speech will do that?
Like, there's only one type of speech.
Yeah, like,
It's
what are
just
we
speech.
fucking talking about? Like, you can't you're legislating speech, period. When you legislate any speech, you are just legislating speech.
That's it.
Because it's all the same.
Yep.
You give it the power
Words.
that it has, man. It's all the same.
That's crazy.
That's what you're literally just giving them power to now control what you say.
Yes.
That's all you're doing. They
Yep.
didn't have the power before. Now they do. That's when you open up the door, they're all gonna walk in, bro. No matter what. You're fucked. Because the people like, okay, let's say when the door opens, the people in power are okay. Yeah, we're not gonna do nothing crazy.
Yeah.
But you what if someone that gives people more of an incentive to lie and bullshit you during a campaign season to get into that position to destroy America from the inside out. Like,
they think it's
you're giving these people
literally. They think if they give up their rights and they give in that the rest of their life it's going to be every decision that they want because that one time works. Like that's not how it works, bro. Not how it works. You're going to be screwed in the end.
You're absolutely right, though. They think that we make this decision and now our life will be better because it's mob rule, right? It's what majority wants. Nope. You just took that away as soon as you took away your freedom.
They're gonna say
free speech.
Just like we found out in the Ukraine back in the day, they're just gonna say, "Yeah, we voted, and this is a majority.
Yep.
That's it. This is it.
Yep.
We voted. What do you mean?
That's wild.
This is what the masses wanted, and they're gonna be like, they can't prove it.
And they just did that.
Yeah.
Like in America, they just did that.
There's no way to prove it.
81 million. If you don't get the fuck out of here.
The most ever in history.
If you don't get the fuck out of here.
I wish they forced it
from
with that
a sleepy nigga.
You could have said anything. Like you had to say that. You had to say the most in history, and you really want people to believe.
Crazy.
Come on now.
And you could have said anything, and instead you say the most
ever.
You gotta be crazy. When there's more people waking up than ever.
Legit.
There's more people who want the opposite.
You know what it was? It was
than
probably
last
that.
Time.
It probably was that.
Yeah.
They probably just switched the names. It was like, yeah, he really got the most ever.
Yep, they're like, damn, yo, imagine.
It probably was. That's
be surprised.
hilarious.
I wouldn't be surprised. More people than ever.
Sick.
That I've seen were on his side.
And it makes sense.
Yes,
it
does.
makes sense that would be it.
It does. If it's possible for one, then they could just say it's possible for the other.
Yo,
you know?
fuck out of here.
That does make sense. That's bullshit, bro.
That is.
When it does lead to problems, that does affect hostility and eventual hate crime, which I know hate crime, hate speech, not the same thing, but does eventually lead to that does become a problem. And that's where the discussion needs to happen, is what speech is protected, what speech is not protected, when it does lead to problems.
You can't just say that.
It does affect the prosperity of people and the prosperity of our country.
Doesn't mean it does.
I think you've just laid out a very subjective definition and left it in the hands of not only mob rule, but then eventually bureaucrats to determine a fundamental human right. I just don't agree with you. But I appreciate taking the time.
Yeah, thank you for
He's like, I'm done.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, like you're
I changed my mind. I've not changed your mind.
Well, my goal wasn't to change your mind. Your goal was to change mine.
Exactly.
Mob rule.
They forget. They forget what the whole situation is.
And critical thinking.
You don't get to vote. You don't
pursuit.
get to vote on a fundamental human right.
Nope.
Exactly.
That you're
We
born
chose
with.
the rights.
You were
We
born
don't
with
choose
it.
to get rid of them.
There you go. Well, I
We
guess
chose the
that's a
rights.
very
We
different
could choose to
worldview.
get rid of them.
And
That's
that's
not
fine.
how
I'm
that.
not okay with anyone
You
ruling
can't.
your rights at all. I'm not okay with anyone stepping in and saying you don't have the right
Legit.
to believe what you believe
And
or speak freely. But you're okay with someone walking in and telling someone what they can and can't say. That's terrifying.
What I'm not.
You understand
That is terrifying.
that he's saying, like, this dude is saying, we made the rules, we can take the rules. But, like, we didn't make the rules.
No.
We were born into the rules.
Literally.
Like, God made these rules,
Yes.
and we just live them.
Yes,
We
because-
didn't make these rules. They just acknowledged them on paper.
Yep. That's what I was gonna say. Even if you didn't make the Constitution and you didn't whatever, like you have these things inside of you that you're like, wait
Yes,
a second,
that's why it is
this
a
is
rule.
wrong.
Yes.
Or this is right. Majority of people.
Yep.
And like
That's why.
people are tripping.
That's why they gave you that right, because they can understand that a human being is going to think thoughts no matter what this brain's gonna go, and you should be able to speak in order to build.
Absolutely.
The same thing can destroy, but it can build. You know what I'm saying? They only give credit to the negative, like, oh, the speech goes to hate, but then they don't ever give credit for the speech that builds anything. All you hear is the negative about speech, the negative, why it needs to be legislated, But like, that's so dumb, bro.
For real. What about the
Remember, Steven Crowder said that the last time, and he was like, yo, if it wasn't for freedom of speech, the fucking all the civil rights movements wouldn't have happened.
Yes,
He was absolutely right. At a time when everything was, the norm was racism, segregation, all these things, you needed people to speak out when everyone thought that was fine.
Exactly. So
like,
then
that
what?
was the majority. The majority wanted that type of situation, and then civil rights had to come through and speak when it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for freedom of speech, it would never happen. And that's just crazy.
And then they'd say, "Oh, well, that type of speach is allowed. That type of speech is allowed." Like,
but it's too late. It's too late by that point. Like, they don't want the accountability. So instead of the accountability, just like, we'll just take it away all the way. I don't want the accountability of saying something and like dealing with my actions. So I'd rather you make it illegal. Like, get the fuck out of here.
The sociology major, it is striking to me.
I'm not a psychology major. I'm not
I said sociology. I thought you said
psychology.
Psychology. Okay.
Oh my God.
So let's go with psychology. As a psychology major, do you not see the grave risk?
Didn't he just say psychology and he said, I'm not a psychology major? Didn't he just say that?
It is striking to me.
I'm not a psychology major. I'm not
terrifying. Or speak freely, but you're okay with someone walking in and telling someone what they can and can't say. That's terrifying.
What I'm not.
And as a sociology major, it is striking to me.
I'm not a psychology major. I'm not a
sociology. I thought you said
psychology.
Psychology. Okay. So let's go with psychology. As a psychology major, do you not see the grave risk, the much more grave risk, in centralizing the power to a government or allowing it to be tossed to a vote every single time? Because that changes that cultural fabric. A fundamental right like freedom of speech, as opposed to allowing it. Allowing people to speak freely. Do you not see historically the mass violence? Can you
go back to your first question before you mention the psychology, sociology? Because I can talk about that before I do mention that real quick.
Well, I don't. Okay.
No, could you remind
me?
Just
say it.
Make sure I'm responding correctly.
I just the question before I mentioned it.
Yes.
I don't remember what the question was. So my question is this: I'm surprised. As someone, you said you're a PhD
this dude's
candidate.
ridiculous.
You're obviously a very smart person. How you don't see the grave risk, the much more. Historically, just the unbelievable risk of violence associated with centralizing the power and who determines speech and what's permissible.
You know, it could backfire. It really can.
It always has. It's never not.
But
it's never not.
I would like to see evidence for that.
Can you point me to any single country that has restricted?
Just name one place that has.
Ask you for the source.
Okay.
No one has it.
Nazi Germany, Soviet Russia, Castro, Che Guevara regimes, current UK,
You
Canada,
fucking idiot.
Maoist China. Need I go on?
Absolutely. You said every
What do you
country.
mean?
Can you provide me an example? Can you provide me
country.
an example with one country?
I'm sorry, but you said every. This is the
Every
Okay,
single
see,
country
this
that
is
has
arguing with
limited
me.
freedom
This is what they do.
has resulted in a net
Look,
loss.
but look, he's about to explode. This dude's about to explode. Look at his body while he's sitting here talking. Watch this dude. He's about to explode.
You said every country.
Can you provide me an example with one country?
I'm sorry, but you said every.
Yeah.
This is the
Every single
watch right
country
here,
that
look.
has limited freedom of speech has resulted in a net loss
Sorry,
for human
but the
freedom.
emphasis is on you for that.
No, it's
You were the
not.
one who
Okay, I
made
just
that
provided.
claim.
Okay.
You said
Well,
every
Okay, let me put it this
single
way.
one.
Bro, it's never worked.
Yo.
Right now, just think of anywhere that it's. How about you tell me where it has worked? How about that?
And
Because
that's the thing.
That's the thing.
He's trying to say he was saying every country where they
Yeah.
tried it, not every single country.
But it doesn't matter.
Like,
Of course, he's gonna break down. He's gonna try to do semantics, like you
because
said.
when he said, "Can you repeat the question?" You looked dumb.
Yeah, he's
And
losing.
Yep. So then he had to come back with like, "Okay, well, this is my chance." You said every country. What are you 5, bro? You fucking.
Bro.
Oh my
He
god.
knew, he knew what he meant.
He did.
But then
He
it doesn't
absolutely
matter
did.
because even the ones he mentioned is already enough. That's
Need I
enough.
go on?
Those
Yes.
are the worst of the worst.
Absolutely. You said every country.
The fuck? Need I
I'd
go
be like,
on?
Get the fuck out
Yes,
of here.
because I want to waste your time.
Bye, bitch.
That's all he's saying. Yes, waste time because we both know what I'm saying,
Yep.
you dumbass.
Waste time so I
Every
can
single
think of
country that's
comebacks.
not the United States. Okay.
You said every.
Okay, let me put it this
single
way.
one.
Every single country that's not the United States
Okay.
is worse than the United
And
States in
please
relation
give
to
me
free
a-
speech laws.
Please give me an actual citation to back up your claim.
I just
Not
did.
What?
No, a citation, please. That is a
What do you want me to
scholarly
pull a
source
fucking-
that you're going to be able to rely
What are you
on that has actually
talking
done their
about?
research for this.
Okay, so you would say that Nazi Germany, Soviet Russia, Maoist
You know we're
China,
having a
Che Guevara,
conversation
Castro
right
regime,
now.
Canada, where people. Hold on, I can't listen. I can't go through every single country. Come on, let's not.
And
I'm
the
not
thing is,
isolating.
it's his job to change his mind.
Exactly.
So you're asking Crowder to change
Exactly.
your mind.
Yep.
You're the one who should be coming with the stats
Yes.
and facts of the
Yep.
places that it has worked, bro.
This dude's a bitch.
That's it. You're fighting for something that has failed. He's mentioned multiple times that it failed, but you have yet to mention a time that it's worked.
Yep. And he fucking
Just
he
name
knows
one
he's-
against any of those.
he's
Name every
sinking.
one for the one that he said.
Yep.
Do that.
He's sinking.
I'm just asking you to give me a scholarly source.
Yeah, he's trying to
that
flip
says
the
that.
flip the conversation. They do this every
I
time.
don't have a scholarly source.
So this would have been from the beginning of the conversation. You could have been asking for these things.
So wait, he wants a source about Nazi Germany.
He wants him to pull a Google out of his mouth. He wants him to grab his
this
phone
dude
and Google it and hand it to
Just
him.
admit you
That's it.
can't change his mind, you idiot.
That's how you win an argument
Oh
when you're out in the street. You know no one has a computer. You know that there's nothing there. So then you start asking for things that no one can pull up.
Crazy.
Like you're trying to kill the argument, but he doesn't understand that he's the one who looks dumb.
Yep.
He's willing to take that win in his own heart,
Yep.
even though he's already fully lost.
With me right now saying that Nazi Germany is worse off with speech laws than the United
And
States.
so what I said
You're just going to
was-
have to take my word for it.
And exactly what I said. There are plenty of examples where it doesn't work. You're absolutely right. I don't disagree
Can
with
you
that at
point
all.
me to any example where it
Eventually,
has?
we can possibly get to the point where it can work, and we need to.
So you want to risk that on the freedom, on the most freest country in the world? You want to risk that on America?
For real, the
you want
last
to
one.
kill the only chance of it happening?
The last one.
That's crazy.
Wild.
You want to turn it into an experiment that maybe,
That might work.
yeah, that might work. How about you get the fuck out of here,
That
you idiot?
could backfire. Oh, it probably will
So
backfire.
he must have had like the greatest life in the world where he's just sick of living happy,
Yeah.
where he's sick of being
Must
happy.
be.
He's like, yo, I don't care anymore.
Must be.
I don't care anymore. I need some spice. Let's fucking lock this place down. Let's turn it into a fucking Auschwitz real quick. Let's do something here. That I need some type of fear and something to happen because I'm just so sick of this happiness and freedom.
trying. That doesn't mean
One.
because it hasn't worked,
One.
we don't give up.
One.
Well,
Just one.
You asked me for sources. One country
Just one.
that has better net results for human freedom and human rights by restricting speech.
Just
What's your
one.
source? One.
What's your source? Give it to me.
Don't even give a
motherfucker.
source. Just give me one. Don't even source
He
it.
can't.
Just give one without a source.
I'm honestly going to say we're not there yet.
Thank you very much, though. I appreciate it, brother.
Peace out.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
End of conversation, 4 o'clock shadow. Get out of
They
here.
can't all
Yo,
be gems.
he's-
By the
I
way,
love him.
notice anything?
Steven Crowder?
Yep.
I told
Even though
you.
we returned to
Yep.
TCU,
This
where
shit
they
is amazing.
screeched and warned about the perils of this program,
I'm telling
the
you.
students,
Look, black
by and
dudes
large,
giving them
peaceful,
hugs and
civil,
shit.
engaged,
Yeah, I
and most
saw.
left surprisingly undramatized. Even more, we couldn't walk through campus without students both left and right expressing their appreciation for your
can you act
efforts.
like they're terrorizing
Which
the
begs
students
question,
when there's so many
are
students that love them?
really too far gone beyond saving?
I don't
or is it
think
just
so.
the loudest voices amplified by the far left administrators who've made us think to be so?
Yep.
Hey there,
you are absolutely right, Crowder.
Yo.
Absolutely
that
right.
was good. I love when he was like, yo, he did the same thing to him that he did, and then he was like, all right, bye. Get out of here. You ain't even worth the trying to change my mind because you not even close.
But Crowder already realized that early. He tried to pound it 4 times. Or 3 times. Like, okay, bro, it's not okay, bro. Okay, bro. This dude he just wanted the attention is what it came down to.
He like really rubbed his chin for like 30 seconds. Like, bro, you knew the answer from before you even stepped up to this
He was trying to think of a way to move the goalpost again.
Absolutely.
He just wanted the attention. He wants people to... He doesn't understand that he just shot a bunch of blanks, missed every single shot he shot, but he thought he was keeping up. And so the ignorant people on the left who are watching that are like, waiting for him to say something like, oh, almost. But people like us who are logical are like, bro,
that's why he stayed.
You're fucking flopping on dry land. Your Magikarp on dry land.
He stayed to try to get him to... He was trying to make him say something stupid or make him get mad and act out so he can be the bitch and fucking cry and claim something, claim some bullshit.
But Steven Crowder is too
nice.
Yes, he's too nice at this.
He knows what he's doing.
That's why I've said multiple times, Change My Mind should get awards.
Yes.
Like, I don't want to jump out there too much, but Nobel Award, you know what I'm saying? Some type of Nobel Prize award for this shit.
Yeah.
I really think is necessary, bro.
He comes with facts, yo. He knows exactly what he's talking about.
But just the whole concept of the situation.
Yeah.
Going to colleges where the youth who's about to go into the world, they need more challenge. They need more people to challenge them rather than be coddled and told that they're victims all day. They need more people like this, and he chooses to go to these colleges and have these conversations, and he never gets out of line, never talks crazy to him, never anything. He just sits there and has a conversation, and that just shows so much composure. It shows so many things that are necessary for this type of thing to work, for America to work. You know, the experiment of America to work.
I can't wait to do more of these.
Yeah, man. I love this segment. I really, really do, man.
Yeah, you're dope, Steven.
You are, man. You are. Shout out Quarter Black for following me on Twitter, man. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever we drop.
Flawd's booty.
If you want us to do a different Change My Mind, let us know, because we are officially done with this video.
Yep.
So now we're looking for another Change My Mind to get started on. So leave that in the comment. Comments, also comment about things in the video. And if you have anything to say about anything in the video that please put a timestamp. So I can know what you're talking about in the video, so I don't have to try to remember, because this is just stream of consciousness.
Yeah.
We're just sitting here talking. None of this is playing, so I don't even remember some of the things I say.
I was just gonna say, when we're done, I don't remember anything we said.
So timestamp it if you're referencing something that you would like me to see or respond to in the comments or whatever. I love you guys. Remember to always stay flawed. Don't you dare try to play flawed. And if you see me in the streets, then you better say, hey, Flawd. Make it easier for me to go to sleep at night. I had a dream that I could do my thing, and everywhere I went, the people knew my name. Some people hated on the truth I bring, but now I use the hating just to fuel my plane. I had a dream that I could do my thing, and everywhere I went, the people knew my name. Some people hated on the truth I bring, but now I use the hating just to fuel my plane.